There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Random DOS game show. And it's me, Lawnie, covering for Nostril, who has some stuff to do. And this is the Many Faces of Go. Go's been played in the Orient for thousands of years. I'm not going to read all of this. Its simple rules make it easy to learn, but its complex strategy can provide years of enjoyment. The Many Faces of Go is ideal for the beginning Go player. Ah, sweet. Well, can't get much more beginning than me. I've played Go a total of once. That's right, more than 0. My dad had a board back in the day. So press any key to continue. Okay, graphics type, VGA, that sounds good. So, let's go tutorial. That sounds like a great idea. So, the function keys control the menu, and you have the option of a tutor. Oh, that's cool. Beep for Atari. So, is this a port? Anyway, F8. The rules for playing Go are few and simple. You can learn them in no time. Learning how to defeat a qualified opponent will become an exciting, unending challenge. Okay. So, is this just a book? Like a digitized manual? I'm not entirely sure. Brief intro, example game, way to go, advanced game, index, exit tutorial. Right. Okay. So, play begins with the Go board empty of markers, right? Stones are placed alternately by the opposing players on the grid line intersections. Okay, not on the squares, it's not like chess. Once played, a stone is never moved, but it can be captured. Right, okay. See, we're learning as we go along here. Except there'll be some Go players who inevitably click on this video and they're like, Lawnie, we don't need to know all the rules. Okay, it has 6 liberties. Form units. Oh boy. Every unit must have at least 1 liberty to live. Held as prisoners. Oh. Okay. A player may pass any turn, but will normally not do so when there are more points to be made. If the game is hopeless, he may simply resign. Well, that's good to know. We're going to get there sooner rather than later. This white unit has 2 separate eyes. It cannot be captured. Whoa, this is a bit much to take in, honestly. So, I have to applaud this game for having such in-depth examples. But it's one of those where I could sit with a manual for 10, 15, 20 minutes and it would make for the most boring video of all time. So we can see an example game here. Yeah, you can see what's going on. They're placing their pieces. Huh. Right, so they're building a wall and fighting over a corner. Okay. And then they count the score at the end with no prisoners. Okay. And there's a link to the American Go Association. Well, we know what to do now. Let's play Go. Black to move. Okay, we already appear to have 3 pieces, and they've given us a very nice, easy board. So, I shall click here. White has put a piece. And now, I shall click here. I'm just going to make a big old conga line. Probably not what you're meant to do. What's also interesting is each time you play, it centers on whatever the opponent has done. And there is the option, hit Y and say, get I potential to save unsettled group, vital point, make blocking move, enemies, diagonal, attack unsettled group. Right. So it's suggesting moves for us. With F4, F5 will give us a hint as to where to move. And the yosekai, no yosekai on small board. All right. Our yosekai has just looked at our board and our position and he's like, yep, you're on your own. So A marks your best move. Marked squares are also good moves. So let's follow. Let's hit new game. Confirm new game. Play go. And what we're going to do, instead of randomly hitting things, we'll hit 1. Huh. Continue game. Is it my imagination? Or has the... Oh, there's the menu, right. If we hit... It's a sort of mouse over menu to reveal it. But if you already know all the appropriate function keys, then it's okay. So let's hit hint. And let's make that move. Okay. Hint again. And I'm not actually playing, per se, but it's giving me an idea of what to do here in order to hopefully, potentially get the victory. I would need to read the manual in more depth, and nobody wants to sit and watch me read a manual. It's not very interesting. I just thought, a little spontaneous game. You know what? While I might not entirely understand what's going on, I can say this is an excellent, excellent program for what it's doing. Because not only is the presentation good, it's very, very forgiving and very, very... Atari noise? I guess Atari must mean something in Japanese that I'm missing. It's probably a term in Go, but that's okay. I'll finish up this game, even though it's really the computer playing itself, and I'll give you my final amazing thoughts on the matter. Atari again? Come on, coach dude. You should be, leading me to victory here, not letting this white get a whole pile of Atari, whatever that means. I do see how a lot of stuff is getting surrounded. And we're running out of spaces on the board. And also of interest is nothing has been captured. And white has begun to pass. Which means that if we follow the instructions, we can get an Atari. You should pass since there are no points left. Okay, pass. 2 passes, game over. And I win by 25. So, despite white getting all these Atari noises and me only getting 1 Atari noise, I had more points on the board. So if we look, there's the territory that I have marked because of how I have presumably encircled the board with my black pieces, whilst white only has those 3 areas of territory. And now it's beginning to make sense to Lawnie. So, if I hit new game and confirm new game, I will literally go back here and talk briefly about this wonderful little Go DOS translation. The Many Faces of Go is excellent. Really, really good. It's got 640 by 480 VGA, despite being in the early 90s, which is a mark to its credit. And most importantly, there are 2 things that set it apart from just being a simple let's face the computer Go simulator. The first being, it is incredibly user-friendly. There are good menus, well labeled, and there is a real sort of sense that whoever made this was like, I need to make this for beginners. I need to make it so even Lawnie can understand what's going on. The markings on the board, the additional squares, the tutor, the option for having additional like hints and moves and stuff, it's incredibly friendly. And the second thing that I think I may have mentioned, the amount that you can customize this and the amount that you can alter it, superb. Really, really good. So even if I wasn't sort of an incredible sort of fan of Go or anything like that, it just does the job. It's like the Solitaire Royale, but for Go. You know, you could play this indefinitely. There was another one I played recently called Dragon's Eye for Mahjong, and it's similar. And they have done the job so well. They're just infinitely playable. So yes, even though I'm not a massive Go fan by any means, this is more or less perfect for 1991. Superb work. An excellent little board game simulator. And if you like us talking about random DOS games, we do it all the time. Feel free to take a look at the other videos on the channel. And if you like what you see, you can always subscribe. So yeah, it's fair to say that I was very impressed with this. It is an excellent translation of the board game. Until next time.